A lot of viewers think that I absolutely hate every digital games, and that is definitely far from the truth. Sure, I do not support buying digital games if I can get the physical copy. I think digital games are overpriced, but if they are in clearance or in a really good sale, and of course I have a lot of digital games from the PlayStation Network, I do not mind at all. So here is my top 5 PlayStation 4 downloadable PlayStation Network game. And we begin with, at number 5, Strike Zoot 0, the Director's Cut. When I last year got my PS4, this is one of the first games that I bought, and I think I spent like 7 euros for it. I saw a trailer on my PC on Steam, and I saw that game on the PS4. I'm like, I want to get this game. This is a mix of a really old school space combat simulation game mixed with the awesome transformable robots of like Son of the Enders. It looks spectacular, it plays great, and I really enjoy this title. Not really sure why I stopped playing it after like level 5 or 6, but I enjoy this game a lot, and I definitely have been playing it since I made the gameplay video for it. On number 4 we have Velocity X2, one of my first PlayStation Network games when I got my PS4. This was the game that was free on the PlayStation Network. This is a old school, high-paced 2D space combat puzzle game, and it has a really 2D platform action segment to it. It plays great, it looks great, it feels great, and the soundtrack is absolutely fantastic. Also, I really like the art design, and there is quite an interesting storyline in this game. There's also a Vita version, but I played the PS4 the most. I am not really far into this game. Again, I stopped playing it since I got more of the physical games. I played that more, but it is a great and fantastic downloadable game you definitely need to check out. On number 3 we have Rogue Legacy, this 2D platform action game where you have to go into a dungeon, get gold, then you'll die, then you level up and improve your stats and this and that, and then you have to pay all your gold to the death, and then the whole castle starts over again, randomizing again, different enemies, different locations. It's a freaking great and addictive game. This is one of those games that when I have nothing else to do, I just play it in like a half an hour or a couple of matches, or not really a couple of castles, whatever. There is an architect that you can, it saves up the castle you previously been through, but then again all the gold and stuff and all the enemies are gone. So yeah, it's a game that, it's a bit of a roguelike game where you have to do the same thing over and over again and get more gold, get powerful, get new gear, get new spells. It's really addictive, it looks great, it plays great. There's also a Vita version for this game, and this is by far one of the most played games downloadable on the PS4. Now the number 1 and the number 2 spots are really like, one time I like this game more than the other time I like this game more, but I have to admit that number 1 is by far my most played and I think most likable PlayStation Network game ever since on the PS3, so that's why Resogun is on number 2. Resogun is definitely a freaking amazing arcade game. These are downloadable games that should have been downloadable games. You know, they're really small arcade-ish games that I do not mind at all paying 50 euros. I would love a physical edition. I would freaking love a physical edition for Resogun. But this is a fast-paced arcade shooter. You have to rack up as many points as possible, get as high score as possible. I am playing at the moment at experienced, at single player level, and I absolutely think this game is fantastic. One of those games that I mostly play every freaking week. Now on number 1, a game I've been playing on the PS3 since it came out in 2007, was it? Or 2008? And I've been playing this game almost every week. This game is so freaking addictive. I'm not saying I'm a master or a king in this game, but I am pretty freaking good. From all my friends at friend list on the PlayStation Network, I am definitely the best player with Super Stardust HD, and this is the upgraded version, Super Stardust HD or Super Stardust Ultra, running at 60 frames per second, 1080p. It is by far the best and most enjoyable version out of all of the Super Stardust games. And for some reason, the endless mode is so freaking addictive. The gameplay is so addictive. I just think this game is fantastic. I would love to pay 60 euros to get this game physical. Come on Sony, make it freaking happen. Do a Resogun, Detonation and Super Stardust Bundle. They're all made by the same developer. Super Stardust Ultra is by far the best PlayStation Network game. So yeah, these were my top 5 best PSN games for the PlayStation 4. As you can see, I do not truly hate digital games. I just do not like all those really expensive digital online only DRM crap games. Leave it in the comments below. What is your top 5 or top 10 PS4 downloadable games or Steam games or Xbox One games? I don't mind. Leave it in the comments below.